Hello viewers, welcome to GFK Music, the home of melody. Today I'm going to discuss a very interesting topic. Today I'm going to discuss one sequence of chords. So like the chords that comes one after another, and three different patterns of holding chords. And once you know these three patterns of holding a chord and the sequence of different notes, then you can basically hold any chord in different octaves in guitar without memorizing them. So that's the good part. Like there are 7 main chords in guitar, and then each chord has a sharp chord except 2. So 7 and 5, in total 12 chords, and then each one has their major and minor, so 24, and you can hold this 24 chord in 3 different octaves. So that means there are 72 chords you have to memorize in the guitar, like in which octave which chord is how to hold it. But you don't have to memorize anything. Once you know this one sequence, once you know those 7 chords, the sequence of it, like which comes after what, and you know 3 holding patterns of a chord, then you can hold these 72 chords in a guitar without memorizing them. Let me tell you one thing before I start. This video is absolutely for the beginners who are learning guitars, not somebody who is at the intermediate level or at the advanced level. So okay, so let's start. Let's see how it goes. Step 1, you have to know those chord sequence. So there are basically 7 main notes. In not only guitar, in any instrument, they are same. So what are those notes or chords? They starts from C. It's very easy to memorize. It's just the alphabets that we know, or the letters we know. Our letter starts from A. Here it starts from C. That's the one difference. So it starts with C, then it goes D, E, F, G. Then after G, it comes back to A and B. So these are the 7 notes or chords in a music. So let's say it again. C, D, E, F, G, A and B. Now as I said, there is a sharp of each chord except E and B. So if you now add those sharp chords into sequence, then the sequence looks like C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. There's no sharp of E. So then we go to F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, and B. And there is no sharp of B. So after B, it comes C again. So this is the sequence. You can find the sequence in the description of the video. You can just follow it. So start from C, and every chord has a sharp except E and B. That's the thing you have to memorize. So C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp. A sharp is also sometimes called B flat. But for now, forget about it. Just think about A sharp and then B. So that's the step 1. Once you know this sequence, once you memorize this, I mean it's very easy to memorize, then we can move forward to our step number 2. The step number 2 is, as I told you, the 3 holding patterns of a chord. So I'm going to show you now how to hold a chord in 3 different patterns. I'm holding the first fret, the E string and B string with finger 1, and I'm going to the second fret with G string with the second finger, and I'm going with the third fret and holding the D string and A string with my third and fourth finger. So this is how you hold the F chord. So this is basically pattern 1. So you need to memorize this pattern of holding a major chord. Now you need to understand one thing here is this is one pattern of holding a major chord. As I told you, every major chord has a minor version. So what is the minor version of this pattern? So you take your second finger out of the second fret and you are already holding the first two string from the bottoms, which is the E string and B string with your first finger. Now you also need to hold the G string of the first fret with your first finger as well. So first three string with your first finger, and then the rest of the two is the same as the major one. So this is the F minor. So that's the pattern 1 you have to memorize, that the major and the minor. Now let's relate the sequence and this pattern. Remember, in the step 1 I told you about the sequence. So if you remember, what is the sequence here? So sequence starts from C. So C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F. So now this is F, you all know. So if this is F, then what comes after F is F sharp. So if you move this pattern, this holding pattern to the next fret like this, that is the F sharp. Now what is after F sharp? It's a G. So if you move this pattern to the next fret, then that's G. What's after G? G sharp. This is D sharp. This is A. This is A sharp. And this is B. And this is C. And this is C sharp. And this is D. And this is D sharp. And this is E. So it goes up to here. And then this is F again. So I think now you can relate this pattern 1 with the sequence. So first of all, you remember the sequence. You know all the sequence, what comes after what. And then you remember the first fret with this pattern is the F major chord. So what is after F is F sharp, the G, and the G sharp, and the A sharp, and the B, and the C, and the C sharp, and the D, and the D sharp, and the E. Now you can see I have held all the 12 chords in one octave. This is one octave. Now what is the minor of it? So if this is F major, I told you the minor is this one. So you take out your middle finger or the second finger out of the second fret and hold the G string with your first finger. So that is the minor. So that's the F minor. Then what's the next of F minor? F sharp minor. And then G minor, G sharp minor, A minor, A sharp minor, B minor, C minor, C sharp minor, D minor, D sharp minor, and the E minor. So now viewers, you now understand that if you know the sequence and this pattern 1, now you have whole 24 chords on one octave, and you just don't need to memorize where is what, because all you have to memorize is the sequence and then this pattern of holding this first major chord that starts from F, and then you just apply the sequence into this pattern. So now anytime if you are holding A and someone say go to B, then you know after A there's A sharp and then the B. So this is B, right? If someone says go to G, you know this is A, then before A is G sharp, and then it's G. And this way you can also hold the minor. So that's the pattern number 1. Let's see the pattern number 2. This is A sharp. So how do you hold A sharp? Put your first finger into fret 1, then you don't hold anything in the fret 2, then use your second finger on the D string, and then put your third finger on the G string, and put your fourth finger on the B string. So this is A sharp. This is A sharp major. Now, what is the minor of this? This is the minor version of this pattern. So, how to hold that? Your first finger stays at the first fret. Your second finger goes to the second fret B string. You put your third finger on the third fret D string, and you put your fourth finger on the third fret G string. So this is the minor of this pattern. So if this is A sharp, this is A sharp minor. Now you know this pattern. All I have to do now is apply the sequence into this pattern. So what comes after A sharp is B. So this is B. Then it is C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, and then it comes back to A sharp again. And what is the minor version of it? This is the minor, so that's the A sharp minor. And then this is B minor, this is C minor, this is C sharp minor, this is D minor, this is D sharp minor. This way you apply the sequence, and you can hold now another 24 chords in the second octave. Let's move to the pattern number 3. So the pattern number 3 starts from the second fret, and the chord is D. So let's see how to hold that chord. So you use your first finger on the second fret of G string, and you use your second finger on the second fret of E string, and you use your third finger on the third fret of the B string. So this is how you hold the chord D. And then what is the minor version of it? Use your first finger to hold the E string of the first fret, then use your second finger to hold the G string of the second fret, use your third finger to hold the D string of the third fret, and then use your fourth finger on the third fret B string. So this is the minor of this pattern. So this is D major, and the minor of it is this one. This is D minor. Now we apply the sequence. So what comes after D? It's a D sharp. So if this is D sharp, this is D sharp minor. Then it goes to E. If this is E, this is E minor. And in the same way it goes F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, and then B. So this is how the third pattern works. So now, viewers, you know the sequence and 3 pattern. Now you can hold all these 24 chords. So 7 chord with adding the sharp makes it 12, and then adding the major and minor version makes it 24. So all this 24 chord in 3 octaves. All you have to memorize is the sequence of the chords and the 3 holding pattern. So I hope it really helped for the beginners to understand how to hold all these chords in different octaves, and you don't have to memorize everything. You just need to memorize the sequence, one sequence, and 3 holding pattern. I hope you like this video. Just stay tuned for much more. So please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you get all the notifications once I upload any new video. And if you like my video, please like, share, and provide your comments. Yeah, once again I'm telling that your comments is very useful for me. That's how I know what I'm missing or what I have to add, or if you're interested to know anything else. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Goodbye.